Good evening and welcome to the News at 9. I'm Jessica Moore. We begin with new developments in this week's deadly train crash in Hoboken. Tonight we're learning what the conductor told investigators, and we're learning more about the train's data recorders. TV 1055's Hazel Sanchez is live at the scene with new information in this crash investigation. Hazel?
And investigators are still working around the clock trying to figure out why that New Jersey train crashed into the Hoboken station behind me. A key piece of evidence they have recovered is the event recorder from the rear car of the train. That recorder would carry critical information about the train's movement. That is, of course, if it was working. Investigators hit a snag in their search for what caused New Jersey Transit train 1614 to crash Thursday. The 21-year-old event recorder pulled from the rear engine of the commuter train would have given investigators the train's speed and braking at the time of the accident. But the National Transportation Safety Board says,
unfortunately, the event recorder was not functioning during this trip.
The NTSB is hopeful a newer second event recorder located in the lead controlling car was working, but the instability of the crash scene is preventing them from accessing it.
The beams look like a dangerous version of pickup sticks. We've all played that game of pickup sticks, and if you incorrectly pull out one stick, it affects the integrity of the other pieces.
Engineer Thomas Gallagher was operating the lead car. He told investigators he felt fully rested and the train was operating normally during the entire trip from Spring Valley, New York to Hoboken.
He said he looked at his watch and noticed his train was about 6 minutes late arriving at Hoboken. He said that when he checked the speedometer, he was operating at 10 miles per hour when entering the station track.
Federal regulators conducted a deep audit of New Jersey Transit in June, turning up dozens of safety violations. Since 2011, the railroad has been involved in 164 accidents, resulting in nearly $6 million in damage to tracks and equipment. During that time, the Transit Authority has settled 183 safety violations, including employee drug and alcohol use, operating procedures, and safety standards.
This is a red flag. This is a very busy railroad. But with that said, they have to maintain the appropriate compliance for safety rules and regulations. Otherwise, we're going to end up seeing the kinds of things they've seen in the past.
Now, the NTSB says it is not required to have a working event recorder in the rear car, but it is required in the front car. An environmental test has given the green light to contractors so they can remove debris around the train, but the NTSB says it still could be several days before they are able to access the event recorder in the front car. We're live in Hoboken. Hazel Sanchez, TV 1055.
Thank you, Hazel. Train service in and out of Hoboken remains suspended for the morning rush. Service on the Main, Bergen, Pascagoula Valley, and Port Jervis lines will operate on a weekend schedule. Trains on the Northeast Corridor, New Jersey Coast, and Midtown Direct will operate on a normal weekday schedule. Path trains, ferries, and buses will continue to cross-honor tickets until further notice. We have a lot more on the commute on our website, WLNYTV.com.